Find the best candidates for that job. 10 recruiter must-haves. Looking for talent? Or do you have problems looking for the perfect candidate who could help you close that job offer? As a recruiter, you should never run out of brilliant candidates. Countless untapped talents are everywhere. It is all in how much effort you put and the strategies you utilize into pooling not just good candidates but the candidates that are job-worthy. Try to check your database again and see if there are resumes that do not tell you a lot. Or is your staff still retrieving the same scrap? As much as possible, you would like a database that stores only the cream of the crop. So, how you separate the wheat from the chaff depends on the skills of you and your staff. Source candidates like a pro and build long-term relationships with them. Be creative. That's the best advice I could give you now. There are various ways to look for candidates. It's not just subscribing to major job sites. There is actually more relationship built when you tap candidates you trust and ask for referrals. Also, allow your staff to tap their own networks. Expand and use your affiliates and organizations. You do not only aggregate more resumes into your database but you are actually building a personal, long-term connection with them. Familiarize yourself with the industry's buzzwords. It is only by knowing and understanding the keywords that you will be able to competently assess a candidate for a job. By knowing what it means to truly qualify a candidate, you spend less time interviewing candidates who are not qualified for the post and you avoid wasting their time. 2. Have good communication skills. This includes being positive, polite, and approachable to your staff, candidates and clients. You must also be an expert at salary negotiations and not giving up until the battle is won. There are candidates who might settle for a lower rate provided they fit perfectly into the culture. Therefore, it is important that your interview process allows you to carefully understand your candidate's personality. Your process should not be superficial. Move on to the next level and you will be surprised at how much the candidate is willing to compromise. Pay attention to details. You must pay attention to minute details, for this is where the recruitment business thrives. Organizing and knowing which tasks to prioritize are factors of success. Coach your staff to be keen to details as well. Teach them to analyze these details so that they can do detailed tasks for you. Practice flexibility, for it is the key. You shouldn't only be good with negotiations and interviews. A good recruiter must be flexible enough to do menial tasks when circumstances call for it. Exert effort to be honest. Being honest means you should not misrepresent your clients to individuals nor misrepresent your candidates to your clients. This should not only avoid you legal cases but it also spares you from wasting time. Exhibit a strong work ethic. When you have it, there is no problem in instilling it in your staff as well. A good leader should always be a good example. Show a great deal of motivation and energy. Do you often procrastinate? When recruiters are always after a deadline to be able to close a candidate on a job offer, there is less room for delays. You should always be on the lookout for the best time to contact your candidates. It could be at an hour when bed looks comfortable or during the wee hours. Understand that this business is a team effort. You have to grasp a good concept of a team. Thank God you do not work alone. Coach and organize your staff and split responsibilities. Know their strengths and bank on them. Guide them with their goals. Set objectives and define targets clearly. Build a good reputation for yourself. That is, Recruiter X always forwards his best candidates. Let's take a look at his suggestion.